North Korea loves to brag about its nuclear weapons program, but we know very little about how their citizens live. So I wanted to learn more about the most isolated country on Earth. Take a look. What do nuclear weapons, dolphin shows, and Dennis Rodman have in common? North Korea. It's a land ruled by an eccentric and portly dictator. Few people get in, no one's allowed to leave. So the world wants to know, what the fuck is going on in there? Rodman knows, but he might have been too drunk to remember. So I want to get as close to this craziness as I can. I'm heading to a place where cameras are rarely allowed. The Demilitarized Zone that separates the North and the South is the most heavily guarded border in the world. I'm meeting with an expert on North Korean defectors. So tell me where we are.
This is the JSA, the Joint Security Area between North and South Korea. This is one of the rare areas where North and South can actually meet.
And which side are we on?
We're still on the South Korean side right now.
Good.
Jong-un stepping over into South Korea. That has never happened before.
So that's the North Korean.
The concrete line there marks the military demarcation line between South Korea and North Korea. So in November of 2017, there was a North Korean soldier who defected, and it would have been just over there, drove his Jeep over. He had to bail out. He was being shot from the back, sprinted across into the South Korean side, and was saved by South Korean surgeons.
Now what happens if I just start walking this way? Is this dangerous?
It might create an incident.
How close would I get before I get shot?
This is probably too far. You wouldn't want to go.
Now, this would be a terrible idea, but... Where are we sitting right now?
We're in a movie set. This is a fake version of the JSA.
Why couldn't we go to the real area?
They probably wouldn't give filming permission to Comedy Central.
That's right. About 50 miles south of the real DMZ sits a full-scale replica. And the fact that this place even exists proves South Korea's fascination with the North-South conflict. Why would they build a movie set?
Tourists, if they want to come and take photos and stuff like that.
Why do you think South Koreans are so fascinated with North Koreans?
North Koreans and South Koreans have been so isolated for 70 years. So if somebody sits down and they're like, hey, by the way, I'm from North Korea, then all of a sudden you have a bunch of questions. And lately, North Korean defectors are becoming social media stars for that very reason. Millions are watching their stories and asking them anything online. So I sat down with North Korean defector and YouTuber Lee Fung. When did you defect from North Korea?
I escaped twice. When I was 8, I failed.
When you got caught, was there ramifications?
Me and my grandma, we had to go to jail.
You went to jail as an 8-year-old. And sneaking out of North Korea is actually just the first of many steps.
It's virtually impossible to go directly from North Korea to South Korea. You have to go north to China. You have to somehow get all the way out of China without getting stopped by the Chinese police.
What happens if the Chinese police catch you? They just throw you back in North Korea?
North Korean authorities then will torture them, subject them to forced labor.
Just slave labor?
Just slave labor.
Yeah. Angela Kim also defected from North Korea 10 years ago.
I was an actor in North Korea, propaganda student troupe, to tell people not to escape from North Korea.
That was your job?
Yes.
And were you always plotting to escape yourself? Were you like, hey, don't, it's like when I tell people, like, don't take drugs. Now, I'm sure these two have very harrowing escape stories, but I've heard certain things about this regime that I need verified immediately. You would have been still living there underneath Kim Jong-il?
Yes.
Did you used to believe that he'd never had a poo?
Poo?
Yeah, poo. He'd never had a shit or a wee?
He's a
had
person.
One.
Yeah,
he would have had one.
Why not?
There are loads of these rumors. Kim Jong-il claimed that he shot 5 holes in one the very first time he played golf. Kim Il-sung had the Midas touch. Kim Jong-un does poo, but he also travels with his own toilet, so no one can steal his poo. Did you hear these stories growing up?
그들은 뭐 물도
They
걸어갈 수
can walk on the
있다.
water. If they
병도 다
touch, they
낫는다.
can heal
뭐 이런
disease.
식으로도 하니까.
These are the stories.
What were you taught about America as a child?
뿔난 놈들 이러면서 어릴 때
Those
그렇게
guys have
가르치고
horns
코를 되게 크게
with a big nose.
뚫고
Big nose and horns. That's Canadians you're explaining. They teach you English in North Korea, or
They teach English in North Korea while middle and high school.
why do they teach you English if you're never allowed to leave?
Can I tell the truth?
Yeah, sure, of course.
North Korea government said that when you fight with American, you should know English for killing them.
Oh, so you can kill the people.
Not people,
Like-
American.
Yeah, oh, not people, Americans.
Yeah,
oh,
it's-
okay,
it's-
sorry. Nice to know English.
Yeah.
So you can say, Happy 4th of July, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Now, one upside to escaping North Korea is access to free press. But one downside to escaping is the non-stop 24/7 free press, dominated by Trump.
We will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
What do you think of Donald Trump? Actually, that's the best answer to Donald Trump I've ever seen. Everyone,
I'm sorry, I somehow.
that's what Melania does every morning.
I mean, in person.
Oh. Melania is trying to defect into North Korea.
I mean, the way he treats people. I know it's a dangerous word, but it's really same between the Kim Jong-il.
You think Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump have a lot in common?
I think so.
And it doesn't stop at wacky haircuts?
They use the people's fear all the time.
Yeah, fear.
Yeah, and grow people's hate, make people hate other people.
Yes. There is something irresistible about the nonsense of Trump and Kim Jong-un. But what gets lost in the ridiculousness, the threats, and the commemorative coins is the 26 million real people of North Korea. And it's a shame that so many of them have to remain anonymous.
Some people that I meet in South Korea, they told me that North Korean people don't even think about their situation, something like that. But people thinking.
So the
yes.
misconception is that you
yeah.
are educated and many of you are questioning the government
Yeah,
and are wanting to leave.
yeah.
Talking to regular people teaches you a lot. So the only thing left was to share my thoughts on the best thing the free world has to offer. You ever had a frozen Coca-Cola? Put a swirl of ice cream in the top of it. That's living, and that's what you fought to get. That's why you left North Korea.
Ah.